You're walking down the street, and the ground vanishes. Or maybe a billion-volt sky laser picks you out of a crowd. Or your volcano neighbor decides today's the day. Earth isn't just home, it's a booby-trapped rock flying through space with no brakes. Welcome to the real horror show, Planet Earth. You know that satisfying feeling when you stretch and your back goes crrrrk? Yeah, Earth does that too, except instead of a gentle spine pop. It's an earthquake that turns buildings into Jenga towers and freeway ramps into spaghetti. Beneath your feet is a tectonic jigsaw puzzle, giant chunks of crust floating on molten rock like crusty nachos in cheese dip. These slabs don't just sit still, they drift, grind, and occasionally throw tantrums like toddlers fighting over a Hot Wheels car. That's what causes earthquakes. Sometimes the plates lock together, building up pressure like Earth's holding in a cosmic sneeze. And then, bam, the sneeze happens, the ground jumps, and somewhere, a dog barks at a wall for 5 hours. Your cozy house? Built on a planet that casually shifts entire mountain ranges when it's feeling fidgety. California? It's basically sitting on the world's most aggressive zipper. So yeah, every step you take is on a surface that could decide at any moment to wiggle like a cracked phone on vibrate. Imagine if your acne could launch flaming gas clouds at airplanes. That's a volcano. These are Earth's skin problems. And instead of Clearasil, they erupt with magma, ash, and sometimes enough force to change the entire climate. Volcanoes are the planet's rage vents. Pressure builds underground until it all bursts out like nature's version of punching a hole in drywall. But the punch is 2.000 degrees Fahrenheit and sometimes forms entirely new islands. Take Mount Vesuvius, for example. In 79 AD, it turned the Roman cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum into microwave dinners. Or Mount Tambora in 1815, its explosion caused the year without a summer. Because apparently volcanoes can also cancel seasons. The ground beneath your feet has literal fire pits that could explode on a whim. And sometimes they don't even explode. They just ooze lava casually down hillsides like they're late for work. It's like living on top of a zit that might end your neighborhood. Your body is constantly being squished by 14.7 pounds of air pressure per square inch. That's like being hugged by an invisible sumo wrestler every second of your life. Luckily, you don't notice, because your insides are pushing back just as hard. It's a stalemate. Yay, homeostasis. But let that balance go off even a little bit? Oops. Welcome to nosebleeds, collapsed lungs, and the delightful feeling of your eyeballs considering not staying in your skull at high altitudes. And don't even think about diving deep underwater unless you enjoy your eardrums filing a lawsuit. Now add in hurricanes, giant tantrums of atmospheric pressure, heat, and wind that turn cities into water parks no one asked for. Or tornadoes, which are basically Earth's way of angrily stirring soup with a straw. The very air that keeps you alive is also perfectly capable of wrecking your day with a pressure imbalance or a casual cyclone. So breathe easy. But, respectfully, your weather app says 30% chance of storms, and you think, oh, maybe I'll bring an umbrella. What it should say is 30% chance of Earth's atmosphere unleashing a billion-volt sky laser directly at your stupid face. Lightning is nature's way of saying, hey, you remember static electricity? Let's multiply that by 1,000,000 and throw it at a tree. Each bolt is hotter than the surface of the sun and it doesn't care what it's hitting. Trees? Toasted. Sand? Turns to glass. You? Well, if you survive, congrats. You're now a walking medical journal. Oh, and it can strike from 10 miles away. That's farther than you can see the storm. So if the sky looks moody and you hear a distant rumble, congratulations, you're already in range. People always say, lightning never strikes twice. But that's a lie. It absolutely does. Sometimes it loves one spot so much it just keeps coming back like a toxic ex with boundary issues. Ever felt like the ground beneath your feet can't be trusted? That's because it can't. Welcome to the underrated horror of sinkholes, aka Earth's spontaneous trapdoors. 1 minute, you're walking to your car. The next, the street disappears and your Toyota is doing a magic trick into a 40-foot deep pit of, guess what? We forgot to install ground here. Sinkholes can open up anywhere, anytime, and often with zero warning. It's like a surprise party thrown by geology, and the party favors are existential dread. These nightmares usually happen because water erodes underground rock, hollowing out little caves until one day the roof just gives up. Think of it as Earth's version of termites, but sneakier, wetter, and capable of swallowing buildings. And don't get too smug. City dwellers, urban areas are often built on layers of unstable fill or forgotten tunnels. So that Whole Foods parking lot might just be a few rainy days away from becoming a crater. The planet doesn't need meteors or supervolcanoes to ruin your week. Sometimes it just unplugs the floor. Let's take water, a thing you need to live, and crank it into "you're about to be annihilated" mode. That's a tsunami. Tsunamis are massive waves triggered by undersea earthquakes, landslides, or sometimes just Earth sneezing too hard. And when they come, they don't look like Hollywood-style curling waves. They look like the entire ocean standing up and deciding to move inland at 500 miles per hour. By the time you see one from the beach, you're already too late. It's like trying to dodge a freight train by not looking at it. Even worse, the wave pulls the ocean back before it hits, which seems cool until you realize it's just gearing up for a full-body slam. People walk out onto the suddenly exposed seabed, curious about all the flopping fish, seconds before a skyscraper of water introduces them to the concept of regret. Tsunamis can wipe out coastlines, flatten cities, and cross entire oceans. So yeah, that calm vacation beach? Earth might have it bookmarked for aquatic demolition. Earth has a magnetic field, which is awesome, because it protects you from being microwaved by cosmic radiation. It's like the planet's personal force field. Very sci-fi, very cool, except it's weirdly unstable. Every couple 100,000 years, the poles just flip. Like, north becomes south and your compass becomes a liar. This isn't a slow, elegant process. It's chaotic. During the flip, the magnetic field weakens, sometimes by up to 90%, which opens the door to solar radiation doing rude things to your DNA, your tech, and anything relying on, well, not being irradiated. Satellites? Toast. Power grids? Fragile. Birds? Confused. And your airline Wi-Fi? Gone. Worst of all, we don't know when it'll happen again. Scientists think we might be due, which is academic speak for whoops. So while Earth is casually flipping its internal battery like a cranky router, we're sitting here hoping our skin doesn't get grilled by the sun's murder rays. It's fine. Totally fine. Earth has a recurring habit: get too warm, panic, and then throw itself into a deep freeze. Ice ages aren't a one-time thing. They've happened many times. It's like the planet keeps clicking restore factory settings, and the result is miles-thick glaciers steamrolling everything in their path, forests, cities, your vacation plans. The kicker? We don't totally know why they start. Changes in Earth's orbit? Shifts in carbon levels? Volcanoes sneezing out too much ash? Aliens accidentally bumping a thermostat? Could be all of the above. The last ice age ended about 11,000 years ago, which sounds like forever until you realize we still have mammoth tusks lying around from it. That's not ancient history. That's just pre-Roomba. And if the cycle continues, we could be due for another one in the long run. Hope you like wearing 6 layers and farming in permafrost. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy weird, slightly horrifying facts delivered with a smile. See you next time.